Thank you so much, Fred, again for the invite. I think what is lacking here is enforcement, because I am in the county of Nairobi as a legislator, and some of the things which NACADA is trying to do are at the devolved level. And we find it very absurd that, we must be very, moderate in some of these moves you're making, especially on the vice economy, because we've tried this before. And especially with the governor and with the deputy governor and the whole assembly, we have tried to be very strict on some of this enforcement. But we came to realize that it is actually the whole planning mechanism of the city. Because Kitambo used to have what is called shopping centers, and used to be very clearly defined that South Sea, there's a shopping center here, this is where everybody can go, set up a bar, shops, whatever. Now there's no definition. Sakaja tried to come up with something called the boroughs. So the boroughs, like the New York ones, it's a foreign idea. They are not well, planned out, and we still think that we have to go back to the planning. But when you try to control the vice economy, you are also trying to affect the family directly. When we came very hard on enforcement, we realized that the crime at home, domestic crime, was going up. There was a lot of violent crimes in the families, people are taking out. When people go and blow off steam in some of these dens and, they take their small pints of alcohol and drink, it relieves pressure of the family and even in the workplace. But when we are so hard on them, so I would urge NACADA to sit down with the liquor board, because we have the liquor board in the county, which is supposed to do some of this licensing, the control, sale, take out the censors on the drinking places. We know there's a law on the setup of the alcohol, the drinking, where you can consume alcohol. But Mwalimu is here, and he can tell you that education in Nairobi is 70% private, and the 70% private in this way, that most of the schools we have, it is a bar at night. Mm-hmm. But it's a school during the day.
A bar at night?
It's a bar at night. Some of the schools are actually bars at night, like in the slum areas. Most of the schools in slum areas, because we have not built enough schools. If you compare a rural constituency like Nyando, Nyando has an average of 140, with a lower population, under 140 primary schools. When you come to Dagoretti North, Yote, primary schools, I don't think that they are more than 10. Mm-hmm. You see? But the population in Dagoretti North is higher. Okay. Where are these other students going to school? They are going to schools which are churches during the weekend, but during the weekdays, they are schools. They are going to schools which are bars at night. So how is this distance thing going to work?
Yes, and it raises a question about the involvement of stakeholders in this